a program turning the spotlight on working college students. I'm Carrie McGuire.
And I'm Jay Hardy. Today we'll hear from college students who not only go to school full-time, but also have a full-time or part-time job to help pay for school and bills. We'll look on to how they balance busy work schedules and going to school. Over the past 25 years, more than 70% of college students have worked while attending school, and as tuition increases, so do the number of working students. Tuition at four-year colleges has more than doubled over the past 3 decades. Students are working at their jobs an average of 30 hours per week, but only 25% of working students are employed full-time while also enrolled full-time in college. We know that being a working college student is tough, but students make it work. Aaron Reese has the story.
McCollough Mills is a finance major here at Shippensburg University and also works part-time on campus.
I work at the bookstore. I stock shelves and I fold t-shirts and I hang sweatshirts and check people out and whatnot. Well, the bookstore works in my schedule, so I really don't work a lot of hours. I can work a couple days a week whenever I don't have classes.
She says it's really helpful having a job on campus to help pay the bills. Affording college is tough, but having easy access to her job makes it a little bit easier. Now back to the studio with Jay and Carrie.
Just a few years ago, students who worked while going to college worked 10 to 15 hours per week. Retention rates were higher for students who worked modest hours per week. Research shows working a higher number of hours, especially off campus, reduces the likelihood the student will graduate. SHIP alumnus Tyler Graham made his on-campus job work for him. Stacy Corns has more.
Students who have jobs on campus are more likely to have flexible schedules.
I actually was fortunate enough to work on campus. Actually, down in the Cub, I was a manager, and I was heavily involved, and I was able to manage my time more effectively working on campus because I was able to transition from working to school and then back to work at the same time. My supervisors and advisors were a lot more understanding of my class schedules, my homework schedules, whereas it would be a lot different if I was working off campus where they might not care as much.
Balancing time between how many hours you put in between working and going to school matters.
And working possibly full-time over the semester, depending on what you're doing, isn't ideal because then you're trying to make money so you can pay for your gas or for your next semester schooling while still trying to get good grades, and your grades will most likely fall back because you're working so much in order to prepare for the upcoming semester.
Students looking for on-campus jobs can find helpful resources at the Campus Career Center. They will help find the job that best fits your schedule. Back to Jay at the desk.
Coming up after the break, working while in college has benefits beyond a paycheck. We'll explain.
And yet another SHIP student who is successfully balancing work, school, and more. Stay tuned.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. Got it. No.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early. You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
Welcome back to Balancing Act. Working while completing a degree isn't easy. It's a balancing act. Tuition is expensive and financing it on your own is not easy, but there are plenty of benefits working while in college. It reduces college debt, student loans must be repaid, so working while in school will help you out while costs and slowly help pay off those bills. Increasing cash flow, not only do students need more money for living expenses, students need money to afford clothes and entertainment.
The money coming in from work provides money management skills. If students take responsibility for personal expenses, they can transfer that skill to the real world. Develops time management skills. Going to school and working requires good scheduling and time management skills. It puts you ahead of the competition. Working while in college gives students a leg up on the competition when applying for jobs after graduation. Employers see how students are able to manage a heavy workload. Human Resources Management Professor here at Shippensburg, Vicki Taylor, agrees students working part or full time may certainly project a degree of mindfulness and drive that employers find desirable. The benefits to getting work experience comes at a price, and Erin Reese has the inside story.
A 2013 research study showed almost 80% of full-time college students worked throughout college.
It can get pretty stressful sometimes just because I feel like I spend a lot more time at work than I should because I should be working on schoolwork.
Students also have to balance other activities to take part in the full college experience.
Sometimes my boss will get a little picky. Like if I say I have to do schoolwork this day, she'll say, oh, well, could you work at least 4 hours instead of 8? I'm also in Alpha Kappa Psi, the professional business fraternity, and I go to a few other club meetings, but I don't really have time to be heavily involved in anything else.
Kevin Jernak knows what it's like to handle the stress of school, but as a last semester senior, he finds comfort in his laid-back job.
I work here at Shippensburg Beverage. We sell soda, beer, ice. I work here around 10 to 15 hours a week. Along with that, I have a normal workload for school, working with ceramics and welding and stuff. It takes up a lot of time, but working here is pretty easy, really stress-free. So I can manage my time with my artwork and working here, so it's a nice job for it.
Now let's throw it back to the desk.
Good students are always looking for other opportunities to grow and learn, even when they work. Mike McCollough is joining us today to talk about how he's managing an internship for the summer. Congrats, Mike.
Thank you very much.
So, why don't you tell us, our viewers, a bit about your school and work schedule?
Absolutely. So here on campus, I'll start with that. I am the Human Resources Director for WSYC, the campus radio station. I also do a show on Tuesday nights. It's called Mike at Night, and it's a late night show that combines music, talk, and news as well. In addition to that, I'm the web director for the Slate newspaper, so anything web-related, content-related, I'm in charge of that.
Wow.
I'm also in PRSSA, another student media organization. And in the fall especially, I am the drumline section leader for the Red Raider Marching Band. So during the spring that dies down a little bit, but in the fall it's very hectic. And then I also work about 20 to 25 hours per week at a job in Chambersburg.
Wow, Well, good for you.
Thank you.
That's a lot of work. So with so much going on in your life, how do you balance all that you have going on?
Time management, a lot of time management and a lot of note taking and a lot of scheduling. A lot of everything that I do, I put it either on a sticky note or in my phone, on my calendar. So it's organization is key, absolutely.
Yeah. Is there a time you ever forgot anything? Or?
Absolutely. Everyone's human, everyone falls, but I've always said it's not so much about the fall, it's about the recovery. That's what defines a person, so it's more about how quickly you recover from that fall.
Great. And in addition to that, do you have any words of wisdoms for our students?
Prioritize and time management. When I came in as a first-year student, I did not know how to time manage at all, and my GPA suffered because of that, but I quickly learned after that first semester, and I'm pretty successful now.
Great. Well, thanks so much for coming in to talk with us today.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Good luck with everything.
Thank you.
That's all we have for today for Balancing Act. I'm Carrie McGuire.
And I'm Jay Hardy. Thanks for tuning in.